Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well, everybody is being safe, and everything else. So, I think all of you know by now that your exams are going to start from next week, like your first part of your test and everything. So, if you don't know, it's going to be 50% objective, 50% subjective. That means half the paper is going to be objective type questions, and half the paper is going to be subjective type question and answers. So I'll be the one who's be making the paper and everything else. So just relax. I know what your capabilities are, and I'll try to make sure that I test them without taxing you. Which means that I won't be giving you too many complicated questions and answers at the moment. But I will be checking your writing skills and your understanding by designing the question paper in a way that it forces you to think and answer in your own words rather than just repeat stuff from the book back to me. So this is going to be a very short video, by the way. This is like not a full recap, like not a half an hour or an hour long recap or anything. What I've done is basically after this section ends, I've put forth summaries of all four chapters. And these are different summaries than what I gave to you in the original videos and what I might have explained to you. The reason why I'm doing this is because I wanted to explain to you how subjective thinking works, right? So subjective basically means you're putting forth an opinion that is your own, that is decidedly your own, that is very original, right? So it's subjective, that means it's up to you what you think, and you have to express what you think, and you have to defend your ideas as well. All right, so if you express something, be sure that you have logical reasoning behind it. Be sure that you have like a good, well thought out process behind why you're saying what you're saying. Don't just randomly put words together. Don't just randomly string sentences together and hope it makes sense, because that will not work. That will not give you marks. All right. Your grammar, your expression, and your creativity. Those are the three things I will be judging you on. All right, your grammar, your creativity, and your expression. And the accuracy of your language is a given. Like your spelling should be impeccable. There should be no mistakes with your spellings, at least for now. Like because you're in class 12, your spelling should be perfect. If they're not, then you should be working on them right now. You should be working on your vocabulary. So, like I said, this is going to be a very short video. Now, these summaries, some of them you've seen before, some of them you've read before in the previous videos, but some of them you might not have. There are certain changes, there are things that might seem a little off to you, which is why I'm giving this to you, all right? So, think of it as practice. Look at these answers, look at these summaries that I've given to you, and compare them to each other. Look how somebody else can explain something that is different, all right? Look at how somebody else puts forth their subjective view, right? Objective basically means there's just one correct answer. Subjective means there can be many correct answers depending upon on how well you defend your answer. So that's the reason why I've given you these summaries. So read through them, go through all of them. They will help you understand the chapter. It's not like they are not going to help you understand the chapter. They will. But you have to like make sure that whenever you're reading it, whenever you're going through this video, have this in mind that these summaries are basically like a test for you to understand how well do you know the chapter. How much do you agree with the summary that I've given you? How much you don't agree with it? What are the points that you would add to the summary? What are the points that you would subtract from the summary? All right, so make sure you know all of these things, as well as like in every video that I've given to you, I've explained the themes of the chapter, I've explained the writing style, I've explained a little bit about the author as well. So keep those things in mind as well. Make sure you understand the themes of every chapter. That's more important to understand like the theme of the literature than it is to understand every technical nuance of it. I don't want students who can like recite the poem back to me. I want students who can understand and express the poem in their own words. All right, that's going to be like my focus as an English teacher, that I make sure that my students are able to express themselves in their own way, in their own words, in their own unique way of thinking. All right, that's what subjectivity means. I can't say that you have to give subjective answers and then mark you wrong when you give me your opinion. But your opinion has to be based on fact. Your opinion has to be based on the text. It has to relate to the text somehow. All of it has to be tied together, which is the reason why I've given you these summaries. Now, look, if you look at some of them are very weirdly written. Some of them might be badly written, but that's where you have to figure out, okay, this is badly written. Why is it badly written? Why does this seem better than the other one? So make sure you get that understanding and you have those queries and questions and everything else ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be your revision class online. So I'll be taking that. So any questions, queries regarding the four chapters, please make sure you have notes ready. Please make sure you have questions ready. A lot of people who show up to the class and don't answer questions, don't interact with me and not submitting their homework and everything else. If you fail this exam, it's upon you. It's not on me. I'm not going to be taking responsibility for your lack of action. right? I'm providing you videos on time, I'm taking my lessons on time, I'm addressing everything on Discord, I'm available, like I said, for everybody at all the time. Like, some students are taking advantage of it, and I'm very grateful for those. But for those of you who are not interacting, who are not attending the lectures, who are not watching the videos, who are not submitting their homework, it's up to you. If you fail, you fail. It's not on me. Just remember that. If your parents come and talk to me and complain to me, why is our son failing in English, this is what I'm going to tell you. Like, I'm doing my work as best as I can. If you're not interacting with me, if you're not taking the advantage of what all resources I'm giving you, then it's your fault. You're in class 12th. You should be responsible enough to do all of this on your own. I shouldn't be babysitting you. I'm not your babysitter, I'm your teacher. All right? I am very upset at students, because a lot of students from class 12 haven't submitted their homework. They're not interacting with class. They're not even showing up to class. Well, if you think this easy, if you think you're that good in English, well, then I'll see in the exams as well how good you are. And I'll correct your copies and I'll see how good you actually are. So be aware of that. If you fail and your parents come to me, it's up to you. It's your fault. It's not my fault. I've provided you every information that I can possibly give. I've spent countless hours giving you lectures. I've addressed queries whenever people have asked me. It's up to you. If you fail, if you don't perform well, either in this exam or any exam in the future, regardless of whether I'm your teacher or not, it's up to you. Remember, this is your job. My job is to teach you. My job is to address your doubts and everything else. My job is to give you the resources you need to learn. But it's your job to utilize those resources and like score well in your exams. Please understand that as well. So if you're one of those people who think that they are so good in English that they don't need to attend my class, well, this is your time to shine. Well, I'll see how good you really are. And for the rest of you, like I said, use Discord. I'm available 24/7 on Discord. Anytime you have any queries, any questions, just put it up on Discord and I'll ask you guys. I'll answer you guys. All right. So let's just get on with it. Like, these are the summaries and everything else. Go back and watch the previous videos, previous lectures and everything else. Go back to your notes. And then we can have our online session tomorrow. All right.